Five Guys, burgers and fries are the speciality of the house. The Five Guys who founded this place are actually five brothers who began grilling up their homemade hamburgers in Virginia in the mid-1980s. Founders of Five Guys Jerry and Janie Morrill gave their five sons a choice: start a business or go to college. The business route won and the family opened the first Five Guys, named after the five brothers. The popularity of their mouth-watering burgers is now spread all over the world. This restaurant in Colorado even cooks well over 1,000 burgers every day. But how do they do it? The chain prides itself on using fresh, never frozen beef patties made by hand in-house every day. In this video, we give a sneak peek inside the Five Guys kitchen and take you through the 8 steps from grilling to service. There is a lot that goes on behind the scenes to make a perfect Five Guys burger. Five Guys Burgers and Fries has become known for its smashed-style burgers with all-you-can-eat toppings. "We want our burgers to leak," an employee explained. "So it will be satisfying when you bite into it." Step 1. The inspection of the meat. The meat shipment is always checked, ensuring that everything arrived safely and properly sealed. Team members check the box to make sure it's the right temperature and that there's no blood anywhere. They also inspect each vacuum-sealed package to ensure there are no plastic punctures. Step 2. Transform meatballs into burgers. Individual handmade meatballs weighing between 3.5 and 3.7 ounces are made from these packages. The ground beef begins as a meatball before transforming into the super-thin patties that customers have come to love. It takes 2 employees about 10 minutes to get an entire case of the meat into sufficiently sized balls using a small food scale to measure out the ounces. Step 3. Shape and stack them up. Then it's time to shape the burgers, getting the meat ready to store in the walk-in refrigerator. The meat spheres are placed in the center of a paper square. The team employs a heavy metal tool that, when used properly, smushes down the meatball into a thin, round beef patty. There are no freezers inside Five Guys restaurants, so the meat sits in the walk-in refrigerator until it's needed or for up to 30 hours. Step 4. Preparation before opening. Patties are loaded into a drawer below the grill for easy access before the doors are opened for customers. When a customer places an order, the employee at the register will announce how many patties are required. The employee at the grill will then reach into the drawer and load them onto the grill. The temperature inside the drawer gets checked every 2 hours to ensure the meat is being kept cold enough. Then the cooking starts. Step 5. The perfect bun. But before a patty hits the grill, the buns are toasted. Because Five Guys has its own bread recipe, you won't find their buns on store shelves. The restaurant has a separate grill section for cooking bread and the occasional grilled cheese, preventing these items from coming into contact with meat. A perfectly toasted bun will have a slightly darker color and should be rough, in a good way, to the touch. Employees are encouraged to softly place their palm on the top of the bun to check the temperature. If the bread feels warm, it has been sufficiently toasted. If it's still cold, it probably needs more time. Step 6. The 3-step patty grill process. When the patty number is called, it is slapped down onto the metal surface of the first stage of the 3-stage grill. In stage 1, the employee working the grill will keep an eye out for an important color change. When the familiar gray color of cooked beef begins to creep up the sides of the patty, it's time for the first flip and stage 2. After the first flip, the patty gets smushed again and transferred to stage 2 of the grill. They smash the raw side of the patty down onto the hot grill top with a similar but slightly larger smushing tool to the one used to form the patties in the back kitchen. The wide spatula is then used to move it into stage 2 of the grill. Employees will remain at the location until they notice blood pooling on the top of the burger patty. This is when you proceed to stage 3. Once clear juices run from the cooked patty, it's time to add the cheese and pull it from the grill. An employee will place 2 slices of cheese directly on one patty and pile the second patty on top of it for a regular cheeseburger, which has 2 patties at Five Guys. The stack is then immediately transferred to an already dressed bottom bun as coming through is communicated to anyone in the way. One slice of cheese is melted directly on the grill for no more than 3 seconds before being added to the cooked meat and transferred to the bun for a small burger with a single patty. Step 7. The endless topping options. While all of this is going on the grill, another employee is preparing the bun for each order. Five Guys has a fairly lengthy list of burger toppings. There are 15 options total, and they are all free of charge. So while one employee works on getting the perfect cook on a patty, another focuses on loading up the rest of the ingredients onto a bun. Dry items like lettuce, tomato, pickles, and raw jalapenos all go on the top bun. Wet items, like the grilled mushrooms and grilled onions, go on the bottom bun, which means they sit below the beef in the finished sandwich. This team member is also responsible for placing the on-bun condiments, which include ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise. Other sauces, like hot sauce and barbecue sauce, get placed directly on the beef patty when it's ready. Step 8. Wrap it up and good to go. The final step is to carefully close and secure the burger before placing it in a bag and handing it over to the customer. It's important that the bottom bun be placed in the center of the foil piece when it's first set down so that the entire sandwich ends up in the perfect position for wrapping. Once the top bun is closed, the employee will carefully fold opposite corners of the foil inward, over the bun. The other two corners then take the same route. The technique is everything at Five Guys. While you want to ensure that each burger is secure in its packaging, you also don't want to smush the bun. From patty preparation to grill method, and even what type of topping goes on what part of the bun, the details show how quality is controlled and maintained across the chain's many locations. Subscribe to our channel for more fast food news.